Hey, hey, I'm excited about today. I want you to drop a fire in the comments. If you're here with me live, we are talking about the unapologetic guide to building wealth on your terms. My name is Brandy Shaver. And listen, I've been sitting on this topic for a minute because honestly, it gets me fired up. Okay. We are talking about feminine wealth today. And before you scroll past thinking this is some woo woo, light a candle and manifest your millions situation, stay with me because here's what nobody's telling you. The way most women have been taught to build wealth, it's broken. Okay. It's built on masculine model that has us grinding ourselves into the ground, sacrificing our health and our relationships and our joy all for some finish line that keeps moving. And I'm calling complete BS on that today, right? So if you're a woman who's ready to build real wealth, not just money, but time freedom, energy impact without becoming someone you don't recognize, you're in the right place. Okay. Share this right now and tag a woman who needs to hear it. And let's go. Okay. So, what I want to do first is I want to redefine wealth. So, first things first, let's talk about what feminine wealth actually is. Because I'm not here to bash men or masculine energy. Okay. That's not the point. The point is, we've been playing a game with rules that weren't written for us. Think about it. Okay. The traditional wealth building model says hustle harder, sleep when you're dead, sacrifice now. Emotions have no place in business. More hours equals more success. And look, that works for some people, but most women I know, it leads to burnout, resentment, and building a business or a career that feels like a prison with no joy. Okay. Feminine wealth is different. It's built on these principles. Wealth is holistic. Money in the bank means nothing if you're too exhausted to enjoy it. If your health is shot, if your kids don't know you, if you've lost yourself in the process, true wealth is financial abundance and time freedom and energy and fulfilling relationships and impact and joy. It's the whole picture. Okay. Now, number two, intuition is business strategy. Ladies, we've been gifted with intuition. That gut feeling, that's not weakness, it's wisdom. The most successful women I know have learned how to trust their inner knowledge alongside the data and the strategy. And number three is receiving is just as important as achieving. Okay. And this is going to hit some of you good. We're so conditioned to do, to prove ourselves, to earn our worth. But wealth requires ability to receive, okay, to accept help, to allow opportunities to flow to you, to stop blocking your own blessings because you don't feel like you've worked hard enough for them. Now, number four is sustainability over speed. I don't care about your 30-day sprint. I care about your 30-year legacy. Feminine wealth is built to last. It's not about burning bright and burning out. It's about building something that sustains you and future generations. So let me know in the comments if this is making sense and which one of those four hit you the hardest. One, two, three, or four. I want to see where you are at. Okay. Now let's talk about the wealth blocks. Okay. Let's talk about what's actually stopping most women from building wealth. And I'm going to get real with you here. Block number one is the good girl programming. From time to time, we were from little tiny girls. Most of us were taught to be nice, be humble, don't brag, don't take up too much space, and don't be too much. And then we wonder why we struggle to charge what we're worth. Okay. Why we over deliver and undercharge, why we feel guilty about wanting more. That good girl programming is costing you money. And here's the truth: wanting wealth doesn't make you greedy. Charging premium prices doesn't make you a bad person. Taking up space doesn't make you difficult. It makes you a woman who knows her value. Okay. So, block number two, the scarcity story. How many of you grew up hearing things like this? Money doesn't grow on trees, Brandy. We can't afford that, Brandy. Rich people are greedy. You have to work hard for every dollar. Those stories got planted deep. Okay. And they're running in the background like a computer program, sabotaging every move you make toward wealth. The rewire, money is neutral. It's not good or evil. It's a tool. And in the hands of a good woman, it can change everything. It can feed families, fund causes, create opportunities, leave legacies. And your block number three is the unworthiness wound. This is a big one. And it usually sounds like this: who am I to charge that much? Who am I to have that kind of success? I'm not smart enough. I'm not experienced enough. I'm not good enough. Well, let me tell you something. Your worthiness is not up for debate. You were born worthy. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. You just have to claim it. All right. So, block number 4, fear of being seen. Building wealth requires visibility. It requires putting yourself out there. And for a lot of women, that feels terrifying. What if people judge me? What if I fail publicly? What if I succeed and people resent me? Here's what I know: playing small doesn't serve anyone. Your gifts were not given to you to hide them. Okay. The people who need what you have, they can't find you if you're hiding. So think about that when you go to be visible online, right? Now, block number 5, the either or trap. This one is a sneaky one. It's the belief that you have to choose career or family, wealth or fulfillment, success or authenticity, money or meaning. Now, listen, feminine wealth says, and you can have money and meaning, success and authenticity, a thriving business, and a present family life. We reject the either or. We reject it. We choose and, okay? And let me be honest with me in the comments. Which block resonated with you the most? Which one has been running your life? Let's call it out so we can clear it up. Okay. Now, the feminine wealth framework. All right, let's get practical. Okay. You came here for value, and I've given you a whole framework. Get your notes app open. This is what I call the 5 pillars of feminine wealth. Okay. So, number 1, identity first. Before the strategy, before the tactics, before the business plan, who are you becoming? The women who build 6-figure businesses, they think differently than the women who struggle to make rent. The woman who creates generational wealth carries herself differently than the woman who's living paycheck to paycheck. So, what I want you to do is I want you to write out your wealthy woman identity. How does she think? How does she spend her time? How does she make decisions? How does she show up? Start being her now, not when you make it. Okay. Now, pillar number 2 is energetic alignment. Your energy is your currency. And I don't mean that in a fluffy way. I mean literally. When you're burnt out, desperate, or operating from fear, you repel wealth, you make bad choices, and you attract the wrong opportunities. When you're grounded, abundant, and operating from overflow, you become magnetic. Okay. You see opportunities, you make aligned decisions, things start flowing. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to do: I want you to protect your energy like it's the most valuable asset, because it is. Okay. You've got to figure out what drains you and eliminate it or minimize it. Okay. What fills you up, prioritize that. Okay. And build your schedule around your energy, not the other way around. Women have cycles and all the things. If you figure out what's going on, you can protect your energy the way it needs to be protected. Okay. Now, pillar number 3, strategic simplicity. Here's where feminine wealth differs from the hustle model. We do not do more. We do what matters. Okay. And most women I work with are doing way too much. They're on every platform, chasing every strategy, saying yes to everything, and they're exhausted with mediocre results. Feminine wealth is about the power of focused few, one core offer that you're known for, one primary platform where people are, one marketing strategy you execute consistently, and one revenue goal you are reverse engineering for the year. Okay. So here's your action step for that piece: audit your business. What can you stop doing? What would happen if you went deeper instead of wider? Who can you hire to do the things that are draining your energy? Simplify ruthlessly. Okay. Now, pillar number 4 is leveraged income. And this is crucial. Trading time for dollars has a ceiling. You only have so many hours. Feminine wealth requires leverage, systems that work when you don't, teams that multiply your efforts, assets that generate income without your constant presence, and investments that grow your wealth while you sleep. So ask yourself, how can I serve more people with less of my time? That question will change everything, whether it's digital products, group programs, affiliate income, investments. Find the leverage for you. Okay. Now, pillar number 5, legacy thinking. This is what separates wealth from just making money. Wealth thinks generational. It asks, what am I building that outlasts me? What am I teaching my children about money? What impact am I creating in my community? What will my financial decisions mean for my grandchildren? Define your legacy. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to leave behind? And let that vision pull you forward. Okay. Now, listen, that was a lot. So screenshot this, save this video with pillar Which pillar do you need to focus on first? Okay, so drop that in the comments and let me know. All right. Now, let's talk about the daily practices. We want to get practical and actionable. All right. So, I want to give you some things you can do starting today because information without implementation is just entertainment. Okay. So, here's a morning wealth practice that you can start. Before you check your phone, before the chaos starts, gratitude dump. Write 3 things you're grateful for about your current financial situation, even if it's hard. And let me give you an example. When the bill comes that you can't actually pay, maybe all of the bill right now, be grateful that you have the bill. Okay. Be grateful that the power's hooked up, whatever it might be. Find the little things to be grateful for, and your joy will change. Okay. You'll start to see a different perspective. So that's number one. Number two, wealthy women visualize. Spend 60 seconds seeing yourself as that wealthy woman and really stick into the feelings. How does that feel? What does she look like? What's happening around her? How does it smell? All those things. Okay. And then number three, one intention. What's one thing you are going to do today to move toward wealth? All right. It's important. Now, make a money date. Every week, I want you to sit down with your finances, not from fear, from leadership. Okay. Review what came in, review what went out, celebrate wins, even the small ones, and make decisions about weeks ahead. Check in with your wealth goals. Okay. It's important. If you're not aware, you don't know where you are to where you're going. Okay. So you got to know where you're at. Then receive practice. Everyday practice receiving. Accept the compliments without deflecting. Okay. Don't say thanks. I just got it at Amazon, right? Say thank you. That was very sweet of you to mention. Okay. Let someone help you. Say yes to the opportunity. Drop or stop blocking your blessings with I'm fine, I've got this. Okay. And I am notorious for this. I'm fine, I've got it. Okay. Stop doing that. Accept help. Your being is made to receive. And when you do what in the feminine energy, you are then a money magnet for opportunities and money. Okay. So the wealthy woman question, when you're faced with any decision, ask, what would the wealthy version of me do? And then do that, even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable, do that. Okay. And then what I want you to do is the abundance audit. Once a month, look at where scarcity is still running your life. Where are you undercharging? Where are you overgiving? Where are you making decisions from fear instead of faith? And where are you playing small? Then course correct. Okay. Now, I want to land this plane with something important for you guys. Okay. You've been on this live with me. It's not by accident. Something in you is ready to stop playing by the rules that don't serve you, ready to build wealth that actually feels good, and ready to step into the woman you know you were meant to be. And here's what I want you to do. You don't have to figure this out alone. This is exactly what we do inside our community. We help women just like you, okay? Women who are done with the hustle, done with the burnout, done with building success that costs them everything. Create wealth on their terms, okay? Now, if that resonates with you, drop wealth in the comments and I'll send you some information about how we can actually work together. But even if you've never worked with me, please take what you've learned today and use it. The world needs more wealthy women. Not for the money, for the impact, for the change that you can create, for the example you'll set, for the legacy you're going to leave. You were made for more. It's time that you claim it. Okay. Now, listen, I love you. Thank you for being here. Share this replay with every woman who needs to hear it. And I'll see you in the next one. Go build something beautiful.